Welcome, everybody, to the Diamond Report. I am Tom Prince. I am tonight going to introduce you to 100 different Western New York high school baseball players and 100 different high school softball players. We're going to reference 70 total games that'll be referenced and talked about tonight, plus 2 big interviews, one with one of the hottest players in Western New York, Monsignor Martin Division, that's sophomore Anthony Greco, and then a pitcher who has accomplished something only one other player in the history of New York State softball has done, Julianne Bolton. Listen, baseball, softball, coaches, parents, players, we've always felt that your sports have never gotten the due just that they deserve, never gotten the true recognition that they deserve. Tonight, that begins. It's your time right now. So, listen, these two sports, baseball and softball, are two of the sports that produce some of the top Division I players that come out of Western New York. We really have shown that they are hotbeds for some of the top sports to go to the next level. So now we're going to start recognizing them. Now we're going to give them their time. I can't wait. So as we go through this is going to be something like is going to be a style that you're going to see here. We're going to do a couple interviews each episode that we do this. Plus, we're going to go through games. I'm going to tell you highlights and big things that happen in these games that should be recognized. Things with 10 strikeouts or more in a game, 4 hits in a game, 4 RBIs in a game. Big things that are happening that deserve to be recognized. They're going to get their chance right here. Can't wait to get started. So we're going to start right now in baseball, which probably should be considered the number one story in Western New York baseball right now. And that is coming from Will East. And that's Joe Mack, the catcher over at Will East. He has been somebody that has already went to the perfect game, the All-American Classic, which only 54 people are invited to attend. I'm telling you, this kid's the real deal. Every measurable you look at for baseball, it's seen with him. There's no doubt about it, and he is going to get drafted by the major leagues. It is something that goes in that family real well, as many of you may already know that his older brother has already been drafted. But now his draft projections at this point have him ranked as high as 19 right now. He could potentially go as high as 10, some people are saying, but it definitely is looking like he could go in the first round. That is huge for Western New York. That is huge for this player. And I'm telling you, Joe Mack, just so you realize, all of Western New York is behind you. There is no doubt what you have coming in front of you is going to be some great things. We know you can accomplish those great things. We're going to be watching you along the way. Joe Mack, best of luck. I can't wait to hear exactly where you land. So now we're going to start our recognition of the games. So we'll go through games, and I told you we're going to highlight what goes on in a lot of these different games. I'm going to start at Dunkirk, the 4-0 Dunkirk team. They win 10-9 over Southwestern. Dunkirk walks it off in the 9th on a perfectly executed suicide squeeze bunt by Bryson Travis to score. Mike Porpiglia, you know him as Pigs down in Fredonia, down at Dunkirk, and he was also the winning pitcher. Also joining him to be recognized, Philip Messina went 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs for Dunkirk. Hey, folks, in 4 games, Phil Messina right now is hitting .769 after 4 games. Wow, that's the kind of start you're looking for. And then also, Michael Norton went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a home run in that one. There is the Dunkirk recognition. Southwestern didn't have a bad day themselves, as Nate Johnson went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Dustin Hendricks, Calvin Ricker, and Christopher Neal all go 2 for 4 in that game also. Calvin Ricker has 7 Ks on the mound in 6 innings pitch. I'm telling you, this game had everything. Do you want to know what they even did in this game? They had the hidden ball trick in this game, where they actually had the hidden ball trick at first base. Pitcher didn't go onto the mound. They tagged him out. Can you believe it? They actually had that happen. There was multiple runners thrown out at the plate. It was a dandy, and I'm telling you, everyone in Western New York would have loved to see this one because it had everything you're looking for inside a high school game. Then we're going to go to Lakeshore, as Lakeshore defeats East Aurora 9-3. Brendan Herring has 10 strikeouts in that game. From there, we're going to go to St. Francis as St. Francis wins 10-0 over Bishop Tyman. We have a combined no-hitter in that game as Peyton Consigli goes 4 innings, Sean Runkle goes 1, and we have a no-hitter right there thrown for St. Francis. We have another big pitching outing as it comes from Dunkirk again. Dunkirk beats Eden 1-0, and Nick Satorsky with 7 strikeouts in that game for the big pitching victory in Dunkirk. We're going to stay at Dunkirk as Dunkirk then wins 14-0 over Frewsburg. And again, Philip Messina recognized again 3 for 5, 3 runs, 2 RBIs as he stays hot with that 700 average. Nick Satorsky goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs in that one. Alex Alstrom goes 2 for 4. Devon Lockett goes 2 for 3, and Javier De Jesus, 7 strikeouts in that one for the victory for Dunkirk. And then lastly, the last one at Dunkirk we're going to recognize, Dunkirk wins 8-2 over Allegheny Limestone. Michael Norton goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Philip Messina goes 2 for 3. Donovan Lockett goes 2 for 3. And Nick Satorsky with 7 strikeouts. So some big games that Dunkirk has done as they have been really putting it up. Now we're going to go over to Iroquois as Iroquois wins 13-3 over Pioneer. It's the first coaching victory for head coach Chris Snooze as he gets a chance to take the helm at Iroquois. We knew he was coming in. Unfortunately, last year was going to be his first year. Now he gets his first year right there. Iroquois has 2 big home runs in that game by Matt Blair and Nick McGavero, and both of those home runs in that game for a 13-3 victory. Now we're going to head out to Medina as Medina leads 10-0 over Livonia. We know we've got a big player in this one, as we've all heard about Brian Fry. Brian Fry is our another Division I player that's going to be headed out to the University of Toledo. But we again have a combined no-hitter thrown in this game. Zach Fike and Xander Payne lead the way in the mound, tossing the combined no-hitter with 8 strikeouts. And yes, Xander Payne, the quarterback that you just heard, who won the sectional champions for Medina, does it out there on the mound. As I've been telling everyone, this kid's the real deal on the mound too. And Zach Fike joins him because he absolutely is another player out there. Zach Fike also adds 3 hits. Joe Cicchini adds 2 hits, and Alex Duval adds 2 hits as Medina wins big over Livonia. Folks, listen to this game. Randolph 10, Frewsburg 9, 10 innings. Over 4 hours of baseball. The final out was recorded at 12:40 in the morning. Xander Hine goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs. Ashton Bushy goes 2 for 3 with an RBI and 3 runs. Ethan Shields goes 2 for 4, and Dylan Schrader goes 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and Trayden Gray, 4 innings pitched with 10 strikeouts for Frewsburg. Boy, that was a special one. There's no doubt about it. We then had our first game that we went and broadcast it from Niagara Falls, and it was a doozy as we went and saw Canisius defeat St. Joe's in extra innings, 9-8. What I told you was the player of the game I thought out there in Justin Hodel. The catcher comes up big as he goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Blaze Colbert goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Vincent Morrow in his second game back, he's off to Niagara. He was huge for Canisius as he goes 3 for 4 in that game. And Drew Podless also goes 2 for 4. The person we're going to be talking to later, as we have our first interview that will be joining me, in Anthony Greco, goes 2 for 4. Thomas Sarecki goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Jeremy Connor goes 2 for 3. And I'll tell you, that was a fun one to watch as St. Joe's would take the lead. Canisius would tie it up. St. Joe's goes up big. Canisius ties it up. It goes into extra innings. St. Joe's had the perfect people come in off the bench, had key hits in this game. It was just a back and forth affair. I'll tell you, it was something that you want to watch it. If you want to watch it, check it out on any of our Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube pages because that game's out there and it was really fun to watch. I'll tell you that. Now we're going to head back to Iroquois as Iroquois wins 19-8 over Pioneer. Cam Fuhr with a home run and 6 RBIs in this one. Evan Yandrika had 4 hits. Owen Stillman, Birch Herring Jackson, Jesse Bobick, and Sam Starker, all with 2 hits in this one. Matt Blair with the W in 6 innings pitched and 6 strikeouts for Iroquois. I'm going to tell you, this Iroquois team is for real. Their pitching is deep. They can hit. This is going to be a team, I'm going to tell you, I don't care what level it is. A, B, C, Monsignor Martin, I don't care what it is. This Iroquois team can compete and can compete with anybody in Western New York. That's how good they are. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to be hearing some great things from them this season. And no doubt that Chris News came in at the perfect time for Iroquois, as he's going to be looking to lead the way right there. Now, Olean, we're going to head down to, as Olean wins 10-8 over Fredonia. Another big one. Olean scores 7 runs in the 7th inning for a comeback victory against Fredonia. Brett Miles goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Eric Havens, Thomas Bates, Jason Brooks all had 2 hits also. For Fredonia, though, Joey Van Deck goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and Jake Helmer goes 2 for 3 in that one, as we had a great one in Olean for a 10-8 victory. Then we're going to go to Jamestown, as Jamestown gets their first victory, a 10-1 victory over West Seneca West. Kyle Dean gets the win and added a home run for Jamestown also, does it on the mound, and also does it on at the plate. So absolutely a big first victory right there for Jamestown. Now we go to Lancaster, as Lancaster wins their first game against Orchard Park, as they're playing back-to-back games. The first one is a 14-5 victory. Orchard Park loses to Lancaster in that one. Skolsky, 5-inning pitch, 8 strikeouts, 5 runs. On the offensive side of the offensive side of the game, Jason Manziel, 3 for 4 with 3 runs, 2 RBIs. Cisco goes 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI, and Sell goes for a double, 2 runs, and an RBI in the first one. In the second game, Lancaster almost mimics the score of the first one, as this one they win 13-5. Billy Morris, 6 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, and given up 3 runs. He also goes 2 for 5 in that game with a home run and 4 RBIs. And then Walker goes for an RBI, 2 for 4 with a run scored. And Cisco again comes up big as he goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Then we go to the Battle of Kenmore, as Kenmore East wins 2-1 over Kenmore West. But I'll tell you, Kenmore West has Rafi Smith on the mound, 13 strikeouts for them. And then the 2 home runs that were hit were by Rafi Smith by Ken West and Frankie Manzella for Ken East, as those were the 2 home runs and most of the scoring that happened in that game. Then we head over to Depew, as Depew wins 13-2 over Cheektowaga. At Cheektowaga, Adam Scabetta goes 5 for 5 with 4 RBIs, 4 runs, 3 stolen bases, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a single. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, I put it out there on social media. Maybe one of the most underrated players in all of Western New York that people do not know about. I'll tell you, it's the unsung hero that Dick Gallagher always talk about in the football. This is him, Adam Scabetta. I'm telling you, this kid's the real deal. Watch out for him. And then added into that game was Josh Tulin, who has 10 strikeouts on the mound for Depew in that one, as we see Depew win big over Cheektowaga. Then we go to Star Point, as Star Point wins 2-1 over Will South. Josh Millville, 10 strikeouts for Star Point, then goes 1 for 2 with a triple and an RBI in that one. And then for Will South, Brett Johnson has 9 strikeouts on the mound. So right there is so far our first round of games right there. And you can see, wow, some huge accomplishments by the players here in Western New York. There is still more to come, but we're going to take a quick commercial break as we now get ready for our first interview, as I will interview sophomore sensation over at St. Joe's, Anthony Greco.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today. and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
And we are back, folks, with our first interview to the Diamond Report. I want to welcome sophomore Anthony Greco of St. Joe's. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's give a little highlights what you had going on this season. Going into that Canisius game that you just had right there, you were hitting something that was like 730, I think, in conference, and 607 overall is what it was. I think is about what those numbers were.
Yeah, very, very high.
They really were, and they still are very, very high. So right now, overall, Anthony is hitting .594 with 3 home runs. He's 1-0 with his record with a 1.66 ERA in 4 appearances. In 12 innings that you've pitched already, he's got 24 strikeouts. So think about that, 2 strikeouts an inning every time he walks out there. St. Joe's is currently 10-3 and 7-1 in the Monsignor Martin division. And right now is in a fight with Canisius and St. Franny's, because they're in there too for that first place right now in the Monsignor Martin division. So my first question to you goes, you've been off to a fast start so far this season, and a big key right now to St. Joe's success. So what do you consider the biggest reason for that success right now?
I think it has to go to our coaching staff. They really create an environment where players can thrive and really be the best players that they can be. They give you all the tools, all the information. If you ask questions, they're very open. They'll give you the answers if they've got them. And it's really, really helpful to have coaching staffs that has your back.
You know, my son has also played for Paul Masca. He's paid for him in the summer. Paul is one of the best coaches, really, that are out there and doesn't get talked about enough for what he really does. And I think what his strength is on a bench, he knows how to keep the team loose, positive, and really focusing on baseball, but even in a fun way. He really keeps it loose and fun that you really enjoy playing for him.
Yes. He's very business, but it's very casual.
Yep.
He keeps everyone loose, especially when we're really tight. You know, against like big games like Canisius or McQuaid. You can get very lost in the game and being, we're down 1 run, we gotta get this run. But he's very good at just saying, we got a couple innings, let's take this one pitch at a time.
Yeah, you never hear him yelling. You don't hear him screaming. You hear him positive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, not every coach is going to get upset at one point or something, right?
Definitely,
I get
yes.
that. But really, I'm telling you, we really underestimate, and we should be talking about how good Coach Naska really is.
Yes, it's one of those things where you gotta be one of his players to actually understand how great of a coach he is.
Yep, and I agree with you on that one. So you're a sophomore right now, doing big things inside one of the toughest divisions in baseball. Talk about how your summer baseball has really helped you get ready for this season.
Yes. So playing travel ball, I've always played 2 years up. So I've always had experience with older players. As a sophomore, I've technically always played with seniors. So it's nothing very new to me. I'm very used to the pitching velocity, the intensity and speed of the game. I'm very seniored in it, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Very used to the pace of the game.
The pace, the speed, everything that comes with it.
And then playing, obviously, for the Thunderwolves, that's a very top organization in Western New York. We travel places. Obviously, last year we didn't go to as many out-of-town tournaments as we could due to COVID, but we still played very good teams locally and out of town. So seeing, other players from out of town really put you in perspective of your place here and how good everyone else is out in the world. It's not just here.
So I know you got some big things still left this season. I know you still got 2 years ahead of you. I get it. But to this point so far, What's been the most memorable moment on a baseball diamond for yourself?
This year you're talking about?
No, anytime. What's the most memorable moment you've had so far in baseball?
All right, so we gotta go 2 years back. I was playing on the NT Americans, and I had a couple teammates I've been teammates with since 9U or 10U. So very, very long time. 6 years I'm playing with them, and that was unfortunately the last year that I was able to play with them, because then after that I moved on to the Thunderwolves. And so we went to Diamond Nation. That was our last tournament. And we made it all the way to the championship game. We started that game at like 11 and finished at like 1:30. It rained half the time. There was lightning in the background. It was very cool. And my one very good friend, Paul Schwant, he's a senior at NT. He's been my closest teammate for 6 years, ever since 9U. He was my catcher. I was a pitcher. So we've had a very, very close bond. And he got to pitch the last game. And I don't remember if it was like shutout or one inning. Or one run, but he pitched the entire game. He pitched a complete gem, especially for a catcher. And he won the MVP trophy at Diamond Nation, and we won the tournament. And he was excited, and I was just happy. I was just happy we won. Looking back at it now that I don't get to play with him anymore, unfortunately, it was a very magical moment for me.
You know, and I got to give you a lot of credit, because most people would answer that as a moment that they had really big. That was a team moment for you, and even a bigger moment for a friend of yours, which I just think is absolutely amazing that that's how you look at it as a team. And it's why I think already you're a leader on this St. Joe's team already for exactly that. You're looking out for the team atmosphere. What a great answer right there. It really is. Just shows what kind of a leader you are becoming, and you're going to keep becoming in the next couple of years.
Thank you.
So right now, you're getting recruited by schools. I know it. You're getting recruited. We both know it, right? As we speak. So what would you want to say to the recruiters right now that they want to – obviously, we just revealed something, right, as far as the leadership goes. But what would you want these recruiters to know about you?
Each and every day I step on the field or in school or even just out of the shower, I try to get better at something each and every day. I pride myself in being a student of the game. So whether that's at practice, I'm working on crow hops after fielding ground ball in the outfield, or recognizing pitches, or talking with other pitchers on my team about pitch grips, or reading about hitting approach. I always try to use my gift of knowledge and pride in taking extra steps and learning the game, and just go with that and try to get better at something every day.
So you legitimately could either be a positional player or a pitcher, right? Especially at the next level.
Yeah, you can make the case.
You could make the case for both, right?
Yeah.
So if you had to make the case right now, and I'm not saying there's nothing that you're going to be held to or anything like that, where would you think you'd end up going to the next level?
I really do want to play both at the next level, but if I had to choose one right now at the moment, probably hitting 590 is pretty high.
I get that. No doubt about it.
It's pretty good when you're hitting. It's good to be a hitter.
Yep, no doubt about that. I agree. So with the Monsignor Martin being so tough, what will be the key to St. Joe's going after the Monsignor Martin title?
We've got the hitting. We got 9-10 guys that mash the ball. Our pitching's very deep. I think right now, currently, what we need to work on right now is taking each pitch one pitch at a time. Not thinking of the game as 7 innings, but thinking as one pitch for 7 innings. So what we talk about is the freebie game. So that's if we can walk more and make less errors than the other team, then we're pretty much going to win a majority of the games. So I believe that if we take the game one pitch at a time, then that'll help us win the freebie game. And I mean, we already go into the game up by 1 run because our coaches are so just top-notch elite. But if we win the freebie game, I think that really puts us in a great spot. And I think by just taking one pitch at a time for the game, not worrying about what our last pitch was or what the next inning is going to be like, just taking it one pitch at a time, just really focusing on it.
That's awesome. Listen, no doubt St. Joe's has got some big things ahead of you, right? Monsignor Martin's still yet to be determined. The reason why today I wanted to bring you in is that you guys are 13 games into the season. People didn't realize Monsignor Martin started ahead of Section 6. Yeah. I just felt it was really important that Monsignor Martin led the way in this one with our first interview because you were ahead of the game right there. But I'll tell you, no doubt all of Western New York is going to be watching what St. Joe's does. No doubt they're going to be watching what you do, right? Listen, I am in your guys' corner. I'm in your corner. I can't wait to see what you accomplish. I'm going to be watching. just go out there and do your thing, and can't wait to see what finishes this out.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
No problem. All right. We're going to go to another commercial break as we go through the final games as we go through right here. And then we're going to go to softball. And we've got another big guest coming in right there. So far, thanks for joining us. Stick with us as we get ready to run through the rest of the games for baseball. Okay, we are back, and we're going to run through the rest of the games I have right here. But, boy, some more great games to go through. We have North Tonawanda we're going to go to now. As North Tonawanda wins 9-8 over Niagara Falls, North Tonawanda was trailing 6-0 in this one as sophomore Sam Heim threw 6 1/3 innings in relief yesterday, and he also had 2 hits, including a 3-run home run in the comeback. Great win right there for North Tonawanda. We're going to go to Roy Hart as Roy Hart wins 5-1 over Oakfield, Alabama. Yeah, another big pitcher you're going to be hearing about Western New York as Tom Russo throws for 17 strikeouts in this one. He also gets to the plate, goes 2 for 4, and John Conley goes 2 for 4, and Hunter Babel goes 3 for 4 in this one as another big game, another big pitcher that you're going to be hearing about and talking about here in Western New York. Next, we're going to go to West Seneca West as West Seneca West wins 23-4. Sophomore Junior Hosfurter, J.R. Hosfurter, gets the win while collecting 3 hits and an HR. Let me tell you something, Western New York. I've seen this kid pitch. I've coached this kid out there. This kid's a gamer on the mound. He brings a ton to the game, and now you see the bat coming along with it. This kid is going to be big for West Seneca. JR, great job in this one. Nolan Oliver has 2 home runs in this one, and also freshman Ryan Vanderlip has 2 hits in his varsity debut for West Seneca West as they win 23-4. Now we're going to go to Nichols as Nichols wins 15-0 over Lakeshore. Luke Blandino has 7 strikeouts in this one, and Ryan McCarthy 2 for 3 with a home run, a double, and 4 RBIs. A big win and a big outing there for Nichols. We're going to go back to St. Francis as St. Francis wins 7-0 over Timon for a second time. Brendan Reed has 10 strikeouts for the win in this one. Aiden Albano, Peyton Consigli, Anthony Snyder, Aiden Brunner, all with 2 hits in this one. I'm telling you, Aiden Albano, I've seen this kid play for years. Watch it. He's off to Ithaca. He's going to be doing some big things. You see him constantly. 2 hits, 2 hits. You see him hits all the time. He's got speed to boot. I'm telling you, watch him. Peyton Consigli, a all-around player. We know he can do it on the mound. We know he can do it with his at-bats. He is a true player that we're going to hear also at the next level of everything he's done. He did some great things in Florida on the mound. He has just been a great gamer, player, athlete, whatever you want to say. All of them go to adjectives, go to him. And I'm going to tell you right now, Anthony Snyder, another kid I've got a chance to coach when he was younger, and I've seen him develop over the years. I'm going to tell you, phenomenal kid. I love watching this kid play. He really is something, and he really is going to be something special. St. Francis, you got a great catcher right there to boot. Then we're going to go over to West Seneca West. As West Seneca West wins 11-3 over Jamestown, you got it. JR comes back again with his second win of the season. Jimmy Kimmler has 2 hits, 5 RBIs, and Nolan Oliver and Max Kohler with 2 hits apiece for each of them. Now we're going to go to Lockport. As Lockport wins 24-0 over at CSAT, Ben Shanley 4 for 6 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs. Ethan Stevens with 3 RBIs and 5 runs. Anthony Roberto 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs, and Jason Green goes 4 for 5 with 5 runs. Just listen to all those five unbelievable performance hitting for Lockport in this one. And then I'm going to stay with Lockport as Lockport wins 7-3 over Ken East. We're going to recognize Ben Shanley again as he had 11 strikeouts in this game for Lockport. And then the last one, we're going to stay at Lockport for an 11-0 win over North Tonawanda as we have a combined no-hitter in this one. Ethan Stevens with 4 innings pitched. He's got 12 strikeouts. Jake Gollenbach goes for 2 innings pitched. Jason Watson with 1 inning pitched. Those are your 3 pitchers for the combined no-hitter. And then Ethan Stevens backs it up on the plate as he goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Then we're going to go to JFK as JFK beats Holland 5-1. Bryce Firkins with 9 strikeouts in this one. He also goes 2 for 4 with a stolen base and a game-winning RBI in the 5th as JFK comes up big over Holland. We're going to stay at JFK as this time they beat Holland 14-1. Matt Sugg goes 2 for 3 with 3 runs, 3 RBIs, and a stolen base in this one. Now we're going to head down south as Salamanca wins 3-1 over Ellicottville. Lucas McKenna, though, in this game has 10 strikeouts. Akron wins 16-3 over Gowanda. Mitchell Holtz goes 3 for 4. Jack Klodzinski goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs. And Adam Meets goes for 3 RBIs and 3 runs in this one. Then we're going to go to Springville as Springville beats Lackawanna 3-2. Keaton Winup gets 9 strikeouts for Springville in this one. But for Lackawanna, Matt Rodriguez goes 3 for 3 and also has 8 strikeouts in this one. We're going to stay at Springville as Springville beats Pioneer 12-7. Keaton Winup goes 4 for 4. Austin Boyes goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs. Garrett Walker goes 2 for 4. Austin Yetter goes 2 for 3. And then for Pioneer, Bryce Hediger 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, 3 runs, and a home run as he is headed off to St. Bonaventure. Then next, we've got Portville, which will be our last one. Portville wins 14-3. Luke Pizak gets the win with 5 strikeouts. Michael Cole gets 7 strikeouts in a relief. Max Yell, who will be headed off to West Virginia. Boy, I got to tell you, I love this kid too. I've seen him play since he's young. He has been a gamer. I don't care what level I've seen this kid play at. I'm telling you, he's a fun one to watch. And he almost goes for the cycle as he has a single, double, and triple in this one. Joe Long had 3 RBIs. Don Pasucci added 2 RBIs. And then for a fun little stat on this one, Ryan Stillman actually gets hit 3 times in this game. It's bad enough to get once, sometimes hit twice, gets hit 3 times in this game as Portville wins 14-3. Folks, that right there is our baseball side as we finish baseball right there. Just some great performances as you hear throughout Western New York. Definitely we've got more to come. There are some more great games to be recognized. And if we missed your game, we apologize. I'll tell you this, if you think there's a game that's out there, please have your coaches send it in. Please make sure they're aware to us so that we can make sure that we recognize you, your players, your team, and everything about it. But here we go. That's the end of baseball. We're going to take a quick break right here as we get ready to now go softball.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
And now we are back Welcome to the Diamond Report. I'm Tom Prince. As now we go to softball. We have just gone and introduced to you 100 different baseball players here in Western New York. We're now going to get to over 100 different softball players in Western New York. Plus, we've got a great interview for you. As a pitcher who's accomplished something only one other person in the history of New York State softball has done, as Julianne Bolton is going to be joining us. Softball players, coaches, parents, I'm telling you, families, everybody. We have always said your sport has not gotten the recognition that it truly deserves. You're going to get it now, okay? We're going to start recognizing players. We're going to start recognizing games. 100 different players are going to be recognized on this show right here today, and then also a big interview. And I'll tell you right now, softball is one of the top sports that we put these young women into Division I sports, and there's no doubt we're going to be doing more and more. And we got one of them today that we're going to be talking to, and I can't wait to get to that interview. As first, we're going to do the rundown as I go through and explain some of the things that are going on inside the softball community right now, and the different things that are happening in games. So this is going to be fun. So take a look at. And yes, they did lose. They lost to Tapestry Charter 14-5. But listen to this. In the loss to Tapestry Charter, their pitcher, Lauren Frischella, actually pitched and recorded 21 strikeouts in that game. I get there's dropped third strikes. I get there was some errors behind her. But that's still a pitching performance that need to be recognized. As Lauren, tip her cap to you, she has 21 strikeouts, plus she scores 2 runs and hit a double as well. That's still a big pitching outing that we want to recognize, even though it was a very unique way to do it, but still wanted to start off and recognize that. And congratulations to West Valley to getting back out onto the softball field. Just today, we had a perfect game thrown again as Ashley Gatakwa striking out 13 in a win for Dunkirk over Southwestern. Congratulations to Ashley as she just did that tonight as her big outing right there. Last, I want to give a huge shout out to Dave Rickey, who did a fantastic article on the Ken West softball community as Cassidy Pierce had lost her father, unfortunately, and to ALS, and they are now dedicating their season to the ALS and what Mike Pierce, Cassidy's dad, did along the way. Great article on Western New York Athletics done by Dave. Please read it. Please see exactly what the Ken West community is doing out there. Cassidy, just so you know, we're behind you. I think that's great. I love that you're doing everything to keep his name out there. Cassidy, you should be your dad is no doubt very, very proud of you, and no doubt that he's looking down because he knows it's something special right there. So Cassidy, you're all with us, and your dad is in all our hearts. So we just want to know that all of Western New York is right there with you. So now let's get into some more games. As we're going to first go to Eden, as Eden wins 8-7 over Springville. Marissa Calloway, 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and a home run. Caitlin Schmitz and Lydia Kobe each with 2 hits. And Caitlin Schmidt has 17 strikeouts in the game for Eden. Now we're going to go to Will East. Boy, you guys have seen it. This team is a powerhouse, and it stays that way. There's no doubt about it. As Will East wins 23-3 over Star Point. Summer Clark, your winning pitcher, plus a home run and 4 RBIs. Abby Stelreck goes 4 for 4 with 5 RBIs. Ella Weslowski goes 4 for 4 with a home run and 6 RBIs. And Emily Wendt goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Look at that in one game. 4 different players with more than 4 RBIs. Wow, is Will East no doubt doing it again and again and again. They are something to watch. They really are. Will East, then we're going to stay there at 11-0 over Amherst. Summer Clark is the winning pitcher with 11 strikeouts. Melissa Smith goes 2 for 2 with a home run and 4 RBIs. We stay at Will East as Will East wins 14-2 over Sweet Home. Ella Weslowski goes 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Abby Stelreck, 3 for 4 with a home run and 5 RBIs. And then we stay at Will East as Will East wins 21-2 over West Seneca East. Summer Clark, the winning pitcher, and 3 RBIs. Brianna Willick goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, and Brielle Wark 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And boy, that Will East team is something, and they definitely have some bats on that lineup. And then you add what Summer Clark can do out in the mound, and they really are a team to watch out for. Now we're going to head to Lancaster as Lancaster defeats Williamsville North 11-0. Matty Balk, who is off to Penn State, throws a no-hitter and strikes out 19 of the 22 batters while going 2 for 3 at the plate. Brooke Frost also adds 4 RBIs in that one. Then Lancaster wins 4-0 over Orchard Park. Matty LaPlanta goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and Matty Balk tosses a 3-hitter with 18 strikeouts. Then we'll stay in Lancaster as Lancaster wins 10-5 over West Seneca West. Lancaster overcomes an early 5-1 deficit, tying the game in the 5th and adding 5 runs in the 6th. Matty Balk strikes out 12 in 5 innings of relief work, while Morgan Lauber goes 2 for 4 on the day, and Lancaster off to the start. I'm going to tell you, in our interview that we're going to talk to Julianne, Lancaster and Clarence goes head-to-head tonight. So we're going to get a chance to find out who won that game, because I hear it was a great one, and we're going to be able to talk about that one too. Now we're going to head over to Nardin as Nardin wins 9-8 over St. Mary's. I'll tell you, St. Mary's gets out to a 5-0 start. Nardin nibbles back 2 runs in the 6th, 3 runs in the 7th, 2 extra innings, followed by 2 extra innings then of an international tiebreaker. They both scored 2, and in the 10th, they scored 2, and then in the 11th, unfortunately, St. Mary's only scores 1. Nardin wins the game, and Adobe pitched for St. Mary's the entire way, throwing 147 pitches in that game. Julianne Verney started and finished in the circle for them, but freshman Mia Gilham tossed 5 innings in the middle for that. So that, as people know in the softball world, they could come in and out of the game, and that was something that we saw Julianne Verney do in this game. And then St. Mary's also got the chance to play Nardin a second time, which was their first outing. St. Mary's won 14-10 over Nardin, and Junior Anna Dovey 3 home runs in this one. Wow, that's an offensive explosion, as she was big in the win for St. Mary's right there. Folks, listen to this game right here. Star Point 27, Iroquois 16. Offense galore. Bailey Briggs goes 2 for 5 with 7 RBIs and a home run. Mariah Schatz goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Anna Solar, 5 for 6 and 3 RBIs. Tabitha Griggs, 2 for 6 with 3 RBIs, and Sydney Sexton goes 3 for 3 in this one. Gianna Adamos, Gabrielle Sirica, Lindsay Blount each get 2 hits in this one. For Iroquois, Maggie Lita goes 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs, 2 runs, and a home run. Gabby Stawick goes 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Zoe Zinski goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Emily Gordon, Katie Caston, Olivia Baer each had 2 hits in this one, as you saw an offensive explosion happen as Star Point beats Iroquois 27-16. We're now going to head to Will South, as right now you've seen them, Will South, be led by starting pitcher Gia Gangley, as she's getting it done on the mound and at the plate for Will South. Your offensive leaders for Will South have been senior shortstop Braid Dewey, junior second baseman Olivia Ruggiero, third baseman MJ Martin, first baseman Marissa Borali, and sophomore, of course, pitcher Gia Gangley. And now we're going to go as they win 14-2 in 5 innings over West Seneca East. Sophomore Gia Gangley, the winning pitcher, and went 3 for 3 with a grand slam and 4 RBIs in that one. Then they play Monday, 5-17 versus West Seneca East. Junior third baseman N.J. Martin went 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored and a triple. Junior second baseman Olivia Ruggiero went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a triple. And junior shortstop Braid Dewey goes 2 for 4 with a double. And then they head from Wednesday the 19th over to Amherst with a 15-1 win in 6 innings. Sophomore Gia Gangley, the winning pitcher, also goes 2 for 3 with an RBI. Senior shortstop Braid Dewey goes 4 for 5 with a stolen base. Junior third baseman M.J. Martin goes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, a double, and a stolen base. And then junior first baseman Marissa Borrelli goes 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, and a double. Total of 21 hits in 6 innings. Wow, you've seen another offensive explosion come from another Williamsville school as Williamsville South does it right there. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back from our break as we are now going to bring in our next guest, and that's it. You've heard it, Julianne Bolton, one of the top pitchers in Western New York, who's off to do Division I baseball. I'm telling you, this young woman is something special, and can't wait to talk to her more as she's going to join us after the break.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
And we are back. I am joined by Clarence Pitcher. I'm going to tell you, I couldn't wait for this interview right here. And I'm joined by Clarence Pitcher, Julianne Bolton. Julianne, thanks for joining me.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So before we get into questions, right, I haven't talked about Clarence yet. So let's go over some of the highlights that you've had so far this season as a team. So you've won 5-0 versus Grand Island.
Yep.
You threw 18 strikeouts in 6 innings of work. And also, Allison Green had a 2-run home run right there in that game as 5-0 win for Grand Island. Then you have a 15-1 win over Hamburg, where you had 14 strikeouts. You had a hit in 5 innings of work. You've also had Hannah Rosansky hit a home run in that game. And Mary Blazak?
Yeah.
I said it right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. Mary, see, I'm good there, Mary. And Mary had a home run in that one, too, right there. And then the game that we're going to be talking about was your win over Frontier, where it's a 12-0 win. You had a perfect game with 21 strikeouts in this one. Also, Mary, again, has a home run in this one. Plus, you had a home run in this one. And Sienna Heary had a home run in this one, right?
Mary had 2, actually.
Oh, I apologize. Mary, I did have 2 right there.
Yeah.
So she's got 3 on the year so far. Yep. Just a hot start with her bat right there. Just unbelievable. Then we had something that was confirmed today, okay? A couple people didn't realize this, and I've been alluding to it in the game. Your perfect game with 21 strikeouts is only the second time in New York State history that's been done. There has been 17 no-hitters is what they were talking about, but you're talking about 17 perfect games that were out there, but not perfect like this with the 21 strikeouts. One other person did it downstate. You are now the second person in New York State history. How does that feel?
It's amazing. I've never thrown a no-hitter before, so I was just like in shock.
It really
or a perfect game.
Listen, perfect game, all of it. It just shows how dominant you've been so far this season. It really has. So, let's look at my first question. 21 strikeouts, 18 strikeouts, 14 strikeouts in 3 games pitched. What separates you on the mound from every other pitcher?
I think when I'm on the mound, I'm just so calm, and I don't really get flustered. So I think my calmness just lets me throw my game that I know how to throw. So, yeah.
Is there a certain pitch or something special that you do on the mound?
I think my curve is really hard to hit, and that's what I normally start off the at bat with. And I've developed a changeup this year that I didn't really have in prior years. That's changing the way I throw this year.
Nice. So you're throwing 3 pitches then?
Yep, curve. I have a rise too.
Okay, so
And
4 in essence.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Your perfect game. When did you realize in that game something special's kind of happening here? When did it really sink in with you?
I think in the 6th inning when we didn't run rule them, or the 5th inning we didn't run rule them, and I was like, okay, I got this. Like 2 more innings, 6 more strikeouts, I can do this, and then it happened. So.
That is fantastic. Wow. So you say you're calm on the mound.
Yeah.
Come on. Did any nerves come into play on this one at all?
Honestly, not really.
Okay.
No, I had more nerves tonight than on Monday.
And so before I go to the rest of these questions, so you had nerves tonight because tonight it was Clarence versus Lancaster.
Yeah.
And if I'm probably correct, it was Maddie who was pitching on the other side.
Yes.
So it was you and Maddie.
I was nervous all day because of her.
So it was you and Maddie that we've already talked about, and Maddie's had these kind of numbers that we're also
she's killing it.
Yeah, that we're talking about here too, and she's off to Penn State.
Yep.
Right. So you've talked about another Division I pitcher out there. Why don't you tell everybody what happened tonight?
Tonight we won 2-1 in 8 innings, and we actually won on a pass ball. And Sienna, the freshman, she had a nice grounder that got through short, and then Leah Kowalczyk laid down like a perfect bunt, and it got her to third, and then a pass ball sent her home, and it was just an awesome way to end the game.
Wow, unbelievable. 2 pitchers going head-to-head with each other, and look at what happens. And it just says that right now, you leading the way inside that EC1 division, as well as the AA when you actually get ready to come back for sectional play. So that's unbelievable. That's a big win right there. And no doubt, both you two had that game circled on your calendar the rest of the way, especially you and Maddie, no doubt. So now let's talk about, we just said Maddie's going to be off to Penn State. Why don't you tell everyone where you're off to play at the next level?
I'm going to UMass Amherst, and I chose UMass because I'm just so comfortable in Massachusetts. All my family is from there. I love the campus. As soon as I met the coaches, I was like, this is where I want to be. Coach Messina, the pitching coach, was at UConn before, and I'd gone to UConn camps before, and I was like, I love her. Like, I want to play for her, and she just so happened to go to UMass, and it just kind of all fell in place.
That's awesome. Well, good for you. That's a great when you're even more excited about where you're going to go. Mm-hmm. And it's probably even more beneficial knowing you've got family around there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a great step. So outside now of the perfect game that you've pitched, what is the next memorable moment that you've had on the softball diamond?
I would have to say the summer of my sophomore year, we were at Nationals in California, and it was a really long tournament. We only had 2 pitchers, and we made it all the way and finished in 12th. And we played so good as a team that whole week. Like, I was so proud of us, and only having 2 pitchers, like me and Sarah, we were really tired by the end of the week, but we pulled out 12th place, which is really good because there was a lot of teams in that tournament.
Wow. Now, you don't play, you play travel ball not close, am I correct?
Yeah, in New Jersey.
Yeah, correct. So
intensity.
in other words, but that's not like it's out of the norm. A lot of players here in Western New York do that.
Yeah, it's becoming a really big program to go to around here.
Oh, and not only here, but I mean, I've heard Tennessee, I've heard New Jersey, I've heard Pennsylvania. I mean, it's not out of the norm for somebody to travel for a travel team.
Yeah, our freshman pitcher Ella Harrison she just joined Intensity too. So
there you go. It just shows that it's not something that is different out there. So
Clarence will be set for the next 4 years with her too.
There you go. So now, with the ECIC, right, and the AAA being so strong, you just talked about it, you had a game and a half that was right here. What are the keys to success for Clarence to go ahead and go after a sectional title?
For Clarence, it's definitely our hitting. When we hit solid, no one can beat us. Coach Banaszak, he worked us so hard in hitting at practice. It's hit every ball that you get. And because of his great coaching at practice with hitting, I think our hitting's been dominating this year.
So just make sure you tell Coach, because I know he was worried about you not thinking about the game there, about this interview. So tell him it all worked out in advance, and I'm good luck with him, Matt.
I will.
Teasing, Coach. I'm just teasing. We're having a little fun right there, and but no, and he is great at focusing you and making sure you guys are ready to play. Fantastic coach. He is definitely a coach in Western New York that stands out as one of the top coaches. There's no doubt about it, and I can see exactly why you enjoy him. So. My last question, and I've asked this in a similar way to you in an interview that we've done before, but now you're at the end. Like, we're nearing the end here, right?
Yeah.
So you've accomplished so many goals, right? And then you've accomplished now only something that only 2 people in the history of New York State have done. So in that, who would you like to thank that's helped you get to where you are along the way?
Obviously my parents to start with, for supporting me through my whole like softball career. Like, I would not be where I am today without them. All my travel ball coaches that have developed me as a player through the years, like, I thank them a lot. Coach Banizak, obviously, Coach Jesse, my pitching coach, and my future coaches at UMass for believing in me.
That's awesome. Julianne, I want to say thanks so much for joining me on
You
the
for
Diamond
having
Report.
me.
And there's no doubt. Listen, we're all going to be watching you the rest of the way. No doubt that big things are still to come. No doubt we've all got that Lancaster Clarence game circled.
Game 2.
And in fact, I think that we're going to have to talk about Frank Wolf and I also circling that, and it could be one of the games that we look to broadcast, because I think all Western New York's going to want to see that one.
It'll be a great game.
No doubt. So listen, thanks again for joining me.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the season. We're all going to be watching you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're going to take a quick commercial break as we finish the rest of the games for softball.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Welcome back to the Diamond Report, everyone, as we're going to finish out our final games and final players to recognize in the softball community. As now I'm going to go to Silver Creek, as Kaylee Hutchinson has a no-hitter with 19 strikeouts against North Collins, and that was another big pitching performance to recognize. Excuse me. Now we're going to go to Niagara Wheatfield as they win 13-3 over North Tonawanda. Julie Quitkoff, 14 strikeouts in the win. Flannis Lysiak, Jenna Ogliciano, each had 2 hits in the win for Niagara Wheatfield. Now we're going to go to Olean, as Olean wins 11-2 over Southwestern. JoJo Gibbons goes 3 for 5. McKenna Panico goes 2 for 3. And Emma Edwards goes 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs in that one. And for Southwestern, Alessandria Durnell and Tegan Shed each have 2 hits in the game for Southwestern. Now I'm going to go back to Eden as Eden wins 12-0 over Alden. And you got it, another no-hitter thrown as Marissa Calloway gets a no-hitter with 13 strikeouts in this one and also went 2 for 3. And Lydia Kobe also added 2 hits in that one for Eden. Lakeshore has been unbelievable offensively so far this season as Lakeshore wins 26-1 over Pioneer and 13-1 over Silver Creek. And I'll tell you, in the Pioneer game, Abby Haynes 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Gabby Rodriguez 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Catherine Justinger 2 for 3 with 5 RBIs and a home run. And Elizabeth Jarzinski 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs in this one. And then you go over to the Silver Creek game, and Alyssa Chaplin goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 2 home runs. In the loss for Silver Creek, pitcher Kaylee Hutchinson still had 11 strikeouts in this one as she comes up with her second big pitching performance, as we recognize. Now I'm going to go to Lockport as Lockport wins 26-9 over Newfane. Listen to this. Megan Bayo goes 6 for 6 with 5 RBIs, 6 for 6, unbelievable. Megan Galbraith 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Sarah Alexander goes 3 for 6 with 4 RBIs. Brooklyn Langer goes 4 for 4. Sydney Wright goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Emily Palermo goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. And then for Newfane, Alana Julia Dumas each have 2 hits for Newfane. Now we're going to go to Lockport, as Lockport wins 9-7 over Ken East. Haley Robinson goes 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Brianna Delaney goes 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Hannah Flynn goes 2 for 2, and Abby Rice with 8 strikeouts on the mound for Lockport. And then for Ken East in this one, Gianna Core has 10 strikeouts on the mound, also goes 3 for 5 at the plate. Maria Costanzo goes 3 for 4. Madison Esmond, Leela Fisher, Gabrielle Sordetto all had 2 hits in that game for Ken East. Then we're going to go back to Lakeshore as Lakeshore wins 16-2 over Cheektowaga. They are, I'm just telling you, putting up some major runs this season there for Lakeshore. Alyssa Chapman goes 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs and a home run. Carly Frazier goes 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs and a home run. Gabby Rodriguez 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Shanice Gonzalez goes 3 for 4. Jordan Calvin goes 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Elizabeth Jarzinski, Abby Haynes, Katie DiMartino, and Grace DeGroat all have 2 hits. And then for Cheektowaga, Sarah Dominowski goes 3 for 3 in the game for Cheektowaga. Now we're going to go down to Dunkirk as Dunkirk wins 6-4 over Gowanda. Ashley Gotoga has 14 strikeouts in the win. She also was the one who had the big perfect game tonight. Jamaldine Pacheco, Courtney Zatorsky each have 2 hits in this one. Addison Coda also added 2 hits for Gowanda in this one. Now we're going to head over to Iroquois as Iroquois wins 12-0 over Sweet Home. Maggie Lenda has 9 strikeouts in the win. Olivia Bayer goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Gabby Stowicki, Emily Gordon, Joey Zinski, Maddie Griebel, each had 2 hits in the win for Iroquois. Now we're going to go to Grand Island as Grand Island wins 7-5 over Star Point. Haley Combs goes 3 for 4. Morgan Tolner goes 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. And Star Point's Morgan Bennett goes 2 for 3 in this one. Now we're going to go to Ken West as Ken West wins 20-0 over CSAT. Ella Valente has 12 strikeouts for the win. Maria Semple is 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Anna Rose Rulli, Olivia Foglia Leffler, and Victoria Hatch each get 2 hits in the game for Ken West. I'm now going to go to Gowanda as Gowanda wins 12-9 over Randolph. Gowanda Zoe Coda goes 3 for 4. Abby Vallone goes 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Addison Coda goes 2 for 4 in that one. For Randolph, Kyra Pence goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Abby Mansfield goes 3 for 4. Ella Conley goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Miranda Waterman goes 3 for 4 in the game for Randolph. And now we go to Will North as Will North wins another pitching duel, 1-0 over Will South. It goes 0-0 into the 8th inning. Will North, Madison Roberto has 9 strikeouts. Gia Ganji has 11 strikeouts for Will South. The ultimate pitcher's duel as it was a 1-0 game. And Maria Zwink has the game-winning RBI. And Abby Weisenberg goes 2 for 3 in this one for Will South. We go back to Will North as Will North wins 5-3 over West Seneca West. Ella Joel, Abby Weisenberg each have 2 hits. Madison Roberto has 10 strikeouts in the game for Will North. And then we go to our last one, a pitcher's duel as Grand Island wins 1-0 over Ken West. Izzy Pezdick has 10 strikeouts for Grand Island, and Ella Valente has 3 strikeouts and only gives up 1 earned run in the 1-0 game for Ken West. Just an unbelievable so far recognition that you see for baseball and softball. We've got a lot of big things going on inside the community. We're going to recognize more and more. We're going to recognize more and more teams. We're going to recognize more and more outcomes. We're going to be looking to do this every single week on Thursdays. And again, you can see if you want to see anything recognized or there's something we need to hear about, don't be afraid to message us because we will go ahead and recognize everything that deserves to get recognized. But there are some fantastic outings that we are seeing here in Western New York. Very proud of what I've seen. Can't wait to see what the next step is. We got Monsignor Martin Division that'll head to the playoffs first, and then we're going to see the Section 6 all go. But boy, we've got some great matchups. And again, It's just started. We got more to come. Please join us next week on Thursday night, as I am Tom Prince, and I'll be coming back with the Diamond Report. Until then, I hope to see everyone out at the Diamonds.